climate change? What exactly is climate change? According to ANSA, climate change can be defined as a long-term change in the statistical distribution of weather patterns over periods of time that can range from decades to millions of years. Climate change can be a change in average weather conditions or weather events such as extreme events either in specific regions or globally. There are many different views towards what is causing the natural increase in global temperatures and increase in extreme weather events across the globe. Is everything that is occurring natural or induced by us humans? Some scientists say that it is a natural occurrence and have been happening for thousands or millions of years, whilst other scientists say that it is human-induced by the increase in fossil fuel burning. We will now look at the different viewpoints of different scientists. Ian Pilmer, an Australian geologist at the University of Melbourne, states that the climate has always changed and always will. So if the climate has always been changing, then how much of an effect is mankind playing on the change of climate and increase in natural phenomena? Earth's climate is driven by solar energy. Without this, then life wouldn't exist on Earth. As much as there has been links between the sun and climate change, it has been brushed aside for traces of carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere. But carbon dioxide totals in the atmosphere are only 0.001% of the total carbon dioxide levels on Earth. Pilmer also states that it is not science to reduce modern climate change to one variable, carbon dioxide levels, in particular human-induced carbon dioxide levels. So how can there be so much discussion about how much mankind is affecting climate change if it has been happening since the beginning of time and human-induced carbon dioxide levels are very small in comparison to Earth's processes? William Gray, hurricane expert and head of the Tropical Meteorology Project at Colorado State University, states that he is not disputing that there has been global warming, but it is natural and not human-induced. If people don't know anything about how the atmosphere functions, then they would automatically assume that since greenhouse gases are rising and global temperatures are rising, then they must be linked. Just because they are both rising does not mean they are correlated. Former Vice President of the United States of America, Al Gore, stated in 2005 that science is extremely clear that global warming may not affect the frequency of hurricanes, but it affects the intensity. The summer of 2005 saw more than 200 cities across America break all-time heat records. Parts of India received record rainfall, killing more than 1,000 people. New extremes of wind and rain are inducing glaciers melting globally, increasing desertification, global extinction, destroying ocean fisheries, and growing ranges for vectors of diseases such as mosquitoes. Paul Epstein, Associate Director of the Center for Health and Global Environment at Harvard Medical School, indicated that the most coherent explanation is that climate is changing because of burning fossil fuels. He states that we need to transition to clean energy to stabilize the climate.
And it's not just one study. 34 different national academies of science agree that climate change is man-made.
It can be seen that different scientists have different viewpoints on the climate change discussion. Evidence cannot be clear as to who is right, and nobody will agree with each other as to what is the main cause.
Insists the New South Wales bushfires are linked to climate change and is warning of more disasters to come.
It can be seen, however, that there have been extreme weather events occurring across the globe in recent years. These include cyclones, bushfires, tornadoes, and heat waves causing glaciers to melt.
United Nations Chief Climate Change Official Christiana Figueres claims the fires are absolutely linked to global warming.
We are really already paying the price of carbon. We're paying the price with wildfires.
We will respond to the threat of climate change.
Fire is a part of the Australian experience. It has been since humans were on this continent. Climate change is real, as I've often said, and we should take strong action against it. These fires are certainly not a function of climate change, they're just a function of life in Australia.
Are the most recent bushfires that are continuing to burn to the Blue Mountains a result of climate change? The Sydney region has experienced an abnormally warm spring so far, and bushfires do not usually occur this early. Is this also a result of climate change, or just an abnormal occurrence? The debate is out whether climate change is affecting the natural phenomena that are occurring frequently across the globe.